Do that.
Can we start? Yes.
Yes, we can. Tell me.
A warm welcome to all my lovely audience on IC Tales today. My name is Hiba, and today we are in conversation with a beautiful woman indeed. Yes, you heard that right. We are in conversation with Dr. Namrata Soni, who is an aesthetic dentist and someone who gives parenting tips. It's an interesting combo, so let's get to know ma'am more. Hi ma'am, how are you and how does it feel to be here?
It feels good. I'm really happy that you guys could shortlist me and I'm here. Yes.
Yes, we are also very happy to have you on board. So, without talking any further, I think we should get started because I am very excited to see how this conversation goes. Can we get started, ma'am?
Okay. Yeah.
First of all, tell me something about your profession and what is it like to be an aesthetic dentist?
Um, so basically, aesthetic dentist is that part or that specialization of dentistry which basically deals of enhancing people's smile and their teeth. So obviously, apart from the technical skills that you need, you also need like a lot of creativity and then a lot of information with details.
Yeah.
But it's extremely rewarding because it's amazing to see that patient get out of your chair and then look into the mirror and then just feel like wow, like you could look like this also.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot of fun and extremely rewarding.
And when did you decide that you want to bring in this parenting tips combination into your dentistry work as well?
Actually, I didn't decide that, very frankly. But after being a mom and then just going through my entire pregnancy journey and my friends, like just how I've raised Adira, like, she started eating when she was 1 year old on her own, and then she's screen free right now till when she's 5 years old.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not saying she's screen free, but she's not addicted to the screen or something like that. So, my entire pregnancy journey, my friends and the people around me have been just seeing me, and then these people just came, they started approaching me for parenting advices. So I was sort of like a passive counselor to a lot of my friends whenever they got pregnant or whenever they had issues with their kids. So and then among those people only, they only pushed me that why don't you spread this to more people and why don't you start a
Yeah.
page like this,
Yeah.
stuff like this. That's how it started.
Mhm.
I've not been taking it very seriously yet, but I probably should.
So let's just try to get you serious into this. I have a question regarding parenting tips. So a lot of like the new generation children, they are growing and developing very rapidly. Like their minds are different. So and they have so much knowledge right before their age, right? So what do you have to say about this? And how does it feel to be a parent to this generation children?
Oh yeah, that's there because I think this generation is growing extremely fast. Like you feel them learning so many new skills. Their knowledge is so much more at such a younger age than what we used to be there. So I think it's exciting to see them grow so fast. It's really rewarding as a parent. I think the proud moment that we gave to our parents was almost after 2 decades of their parenting journey.
Mm.
And I think these kids are going to make us feel happy about whatever we have catered to them in
Yep.
a matter of like years or something like this. So it's extremely exciting, but at the same time, it has its own challenges also. They have so much of access to resources and information on their fingertips that we have to be very careful of what they're exposed to and what they're not. So and also we also have to be on our fingertips, we have to be on our toes. We have to make sure that we are learning with them, we are upgrading with them. We have to adapt to new parenting styles, and the traditional parenting method is, I don't think, is going to work with this generation. So it's the entire journey where you are also adapting, learning, unlearning new things, and then probably just trying on
Mm.
your own kid.
Very rightly said that, with our kids, even parents are also growing and they have to adapt. So that's my major takeaway from your answer. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, ma'am. Let's move on to our next question again about parenting. So, what advice do you have for new parents to bring up their kids in a good atmosphere?
um I think something that I really believe in is, first, I think you should make sure that you have some time or certain time, even if it's very small, the
Mm.
time through the day. where you make sure that you are spending one-on-one time with your kid. So, you're sitting and listening to what your kid has to say, just asking them few questions like, how was your day? What went well? What is it that you did not like in the day? Like, and and this time needs to be completely uninterrupted. Like, you should not have people around, or in your mind you should not be thinking of what's next that you have to do through the day, or obviously, like, your phone ringing or something like this. So even if that's 5 or 10 minutes of the time before you sleep, it's something that it's very important for your kid to feel attached to you. They feel secure, and they feel that there's someone who's like, just they're coming, like there's someone whom they can fall back for. And I think probably then developing good habits and making a routine, like where not only we are forcing them to have that routine, but also we are living a lifestyle, like, good eating, uh, good meditating, practicing gratitude, having proper sleep, so that their brain development also and their physical development also takes place properly.
Right.
And at the same time, we are doing that with them.
Mm-hmm.
Small things like, I really like the part where we celebrate every small success and achievements what the kid does now, whether it could be like the first lap they've completed in their swimming, or for the first time they fearfully, you know like, in spite of having a lot of fear, they try to jump in the swimming pool. Like, there's very tiny things, and if you tend to celebrate these small things in the
Mm-hmm.
smallest possible manner, like, celebrations may not be measured, but it just has to be there, and it's like a
Right.
positive encouragement to them that, wow, I did something. And I think
Yeah.
this is also important for you as a parent to celebrate the journey, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I'm sure the new parents watching this will have major takeaways. So, thank you so much once again. Let's dig into dentistry because we haven't discussed that in a while. So, a lot of people from a very long time they have this fear of going to the dentist. They're like, I don't want to go. I'm scared. So, being a dentist, what would you want to tell these people on how to get rid of this fear?
I have to say, dental fear is real. Like, I think at least 75% of the people have, if not an extreme dental anxiety, they have mild dental anxiety for sure. And there are always going to be 10% of the people who are very scared of going to dentist. And I'm talking this about adults, I'm not even catering to kids. But frankly, dentistry has evolved so much that now we have so many techniques and advances, technology methods, that um, fearing a the dental experience can be extremely smooth. So, we have nitrous sedation in our practice. We are actually means the my clinic is actually the pioneer of happy gas dentistry in Pune. So it's like, and as dentists also, we make sure, like, we take extra efforts to make sure that the patient is very comfortable. So, and majorly these fear is something that we've carried forward because of either our childhood experience or someone has told us about it. Like, it's a passed on fear. So
Right.
I think dentistry is not fearful now. Like, yeah,
Mm.
previously probably it was, but now it's so much easier.
Right. So again, I think people who are scared, including me, even when I go to the dentist, I also freak out very often. So I think these tips will really help the people to get rid of their fear. Thank you so much for doing that, ma'am. Tell me one thing that you love about being a dentist.
I love about being a
Okay.
dentist.
One major
Um,
thing that tops the whole charts.
I think something that I really like after I've become a dentist is the continuous learning that this field has to have. Like, it's like in general, dentistry is evolving at such a fast rate,
Yep.
and reading and continuously upgrading yourself is so important
Right.
that I think that's my favorite part. Yeah.
That you learn every single day.
Yeah, I just like to just probably, because if you don't know what's going on or what's new, you did not deliver the best of what
Yes,
you can do.
very true. Nice to see your one major learning. So great job on that. Let's move on to our next question, which I think is very different question, which hasn't been asked in a very long time. Like divorces and single parenting is becoming very common now. So, what kind of advice do you have for single parents to bring up their kids nicely?
Um, Single parents, yeah. I think with single parents, I've also had a lot of parents who've come and spoken to me about how they should do it and stuff. Um, some things that I usually tell them is that first is don't be hesitant to ask for help or probably use or take advantage of the resources that we have around,
Yeah.
because you cannot raise a kid, like it's not easy to raise a kid all alone. If you have help and people around, it just gets easier, so it helps you relieve the stress, and also you build a community around you or build a network around you where you can bank on or you can trust them when it comes to your kids, and you can
Yeah.
probably drop them maybe when you want to do certain small things or something like this, so it just gets lighter on you, and then it's also a way for you to relieve your emotions and your feelings like that. I would also want to say that it's very important to prioritize your own self. Like, what happens is, not only single parent, I think just in general, all parents, once we become parents, we tend to forget our own selves. And I firmly believe that till the time you cannot give 100% to your kids unless and until your glass is completely full.
Yeah.
So it's important to make sure that you take some time out where you're giving time for your exercise, or maybe just reading or doing some meditating, doing
Right.
something that makes you feel happy, celebrating your successes, your achievements as a parent also.
Mm.
So I think that's very essential. And third thing is that a lot of time, this is not only applicable to single parents, I think to everybody, that
Mm.
we always want to do more for our kids than whatever we are doing now.
Right.
And in the entire journey, what happens is we it takes a toll on us physically and mentally. So what I think is important is you should take one day at a time, focus on what's more important and do that first,
Right.
and make sure that you're not very hard on yourself. Like, I always believe kids are going to grow up, like, irrespective of whether you're going to do this or no. So just take it slow and take it nice. Like, I don't
Yes.
know if, yeah.
Yeah, that did answer my question. And taking it light, like you said, our last question is very light question, a fun-loving question, which I want you to be as open as possible when you're answering. So, since you're juggling around between two things, one is dentistry and one is parenting tips, if you had to pick just one and give away the other, which one would you choose and why? Give us the answer in the most creative and unique way possible.
um, I think I would really suck if I had to choose one. Uh, Very frankly, I don't think I can be a full-time dentist anymore. Like, yeah, I was a full-time dentist before.
Okay,
But now, if I'm a full-time dentist, I think there's this part of me which will be so guilty that and feel so bad the fact that I'm missing onto so much time with my own daughter,
right.
which I totally miss. And like, I totally enjoy, like it's so much fun to just be there for them. And I don't think, and I'm very sure I can't be a full-time mom also. Uh so
Yeah.
because I think I'll be very depressed, because if I am a full-time mom, I think I lose my own identity of being a dentist. So I I think I'm just going to choose the best of both worlds. I don't think I can do one thing. I'll be very depressed.
I thought I'd put you in the puddle and get you confused to pick between one, but you so gracefully answered that you will choose both. So thank you so much for doing that with us, and your answer was on point. So thank you so much, ma'am. With that being said, we've now come to the end of this interview. I think I had a great 20-minute session where I learned so many different things, and it was wonderful having you on board.
Thank you so much, Iba.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a great
Have a nice day.
bye.